How's it going, everyone? My name's Danny. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and checking out this video. Today I wanted to just do a quick video. I wanted to take a look at what's going on in brand new, under construction, rated by people online. Kind of like it's a small little community of designers and people that are into branding and identity. And these are fairly new as of the 19th. The brand itself might be a couple days before that, or maybe, depending. But yeah, you can come on here and you can get some really good inspiration. There's also Dr. Wells. This looks pretty interesting. I really like this. These two, actually, I really like both logos. But let's see what they've done. This has been a new logo and packaging for Dr. Wells by B&B Studio, and are the UK's first all-natural condiment brand. So they're actually a condiment brand, which is pretty interesting. And they make naturally sweet, honestly delicious products that prove that natural sugar sources are better than the artificial alternative. The brand is named after its founder, an actual doctor, Dr. Will Breaky, sorry, I can't speak today, Breaky, who partnered with restaurateur Josh Rose. So this is the original, the old logo. I'm not sure how old this one is, if they had one before it, but this is what they were using previously, and this is what they have gone with now. And, I really do like the difference. I like the color pop. It kind of reminds me of like this Dr. Seuss. I don't know, the typeface just kind of reminds me of like a Dr. Seuss, like the DR and the dot, really reminds me of like that, it's a very handwritten, very gestural, very humanistic sans serif typeface. That one actually does have some, it really is really clever. I like the glasses, although I think if I looked at this, I would think that it's a eyewear or I don't know, an actual or something like that. So I can see maybe why they got away from having the glasses, because when I see this, I don't quite think condiments or ketchup, mustard, relish, those types of things. Actually, a really good approach, and I think the red actually brings more of that food condiment feeling into the identity. So let's keep going. There's just some more information regarding the brand, new logo, and like I said, I really like this. It's got some very interesting. It's not all straight. There's a little bit of like a wobbleness to it. And no. So the reason why I really like this logo is because it just feels right for the brand. I think it feels appropriate for this type of like a condiment. It's fun. It's not too serious. Yet it is very clean and elegant, and it does have some sophistication to it. I really like this comma here. It kind of looks like a speech bubble, and I think that really kind of also ties into, when you think of condiments, you think of food, and you think of talking and family and sporting event. They could really maybe use this. Maybe they have used it. I'm not sure. I just really like the boldness of that. I like how it contrasts with the dots in the eye, with the dot here and the dot up here as well. It's like a motion graphic of using an exclamation point and changing the dot and the exclamation point to some food motifs and grills, and which is interesting. Is there any sound to it? No sound. So, and this is again, now we're using real real photos of food, and I think I like the graphic approach better. I think it just works a little bit better with the type. I think this is just a little bit too literal, and I get what they're going with it, but I think it's just a little bit too literal. I like to have it a little bit more, a little bit abstract, a little bit more fun, and I think it fits more with the brand so far. Their old packaging, it looks like, and yeah, I can see maybe why they changed it up. There's a lot going on in this packaging. You have the Dr. Wills, the glasses, and you have all natural, and then you have beetroot with these, connected O's, and that seems like and then you have ketchup. Really, there's the hierarchy in this bottle is quite, what do I look at first? Do I look at beetroot? Do I look at ketchup? Do I look at Dr. Wills? And then there's on top of that, there's, well, below the type, there's these little icons of probably beets. So there's a lot going on here. Same with this, you have the Dr. Wills. You also have, it's spicy, kind of going in a circle here, and mayonnaise. So again, they all seem to have like three areas that are all the same weight, they all kind of feel like the same, and so I'm hoping when I scroll down that we see a little bit of a change, and instantly we do. We see that now that Dr. Wills is the most important thing. That's the brand. You want to see the brand first. And then we also can see we have ketchup, and then barbecue sauce. We have beetroot ketchup, and we have the barbecue sauce. And then it looks like they added like this little arc that kind of rounds with the edge of the exclamation point, and that's a really nice touch. On top of that, looks like they have some gold here. Just so I think this is a really clean, elegant way, and it gets away from kind of feeling like there's too much going on, and it's not, you don't quite, what you're getting, but it doesn't feel as sophisticated. And you can have something be fun like this. This is fun and it's sophisticated. If we go down, here's a little bit of emotion, and I like how they add the type on the top of the cap. Here it doesn't really show the gold on the logo. It just seems like it's printed on there. This seems more if it's like a little bit like embossed. Maybe you can kind of feel it has some texture to it. Like these are really nice product shots. It's a bottle with tomatoes. That looks nice. That's really nice. So this one looks like it has some shimmer to it. That gold foil looks really nice. So it's just food makes food better, makes food better. I feel like maybe they could have added two different types and like another saying. Maybe it could, if the copywriting, maybe, I'm not sure if repeating the same thing is, I mean, it works, but perhaps they could have come up with another line here. But I think overall it works really nice. It's a nice touch to the rest of the packaging. And this must be some of their copywriting for some marketing. So, hey, plan sugar ketchup, see red, see the doctor. That's really nice, and I like, again, they're using that stamp. This is kind of like, I guess you could say this is another variation on their logo, because they seem to be using this quite a bit in their marketing. And you get to they put their own opinion. So this is their opinion um, from brand new, and then you don't have to make an account. You can rate your own opinion. So I think the logo is actually really nice, and we can see. Um, some people thought it was fine. Some people, so I was kind of I was in the minority there. Um, I thought it was actually really nice. I thought it had some sophistication to it while keeping it fun, but it looks like the majority found it nice. The changing exclamation point, I liked one part of it, but I didn't really like um, the food, like the literal food, so I'm going to put fine there. And we can then see, yeah, a lot of people didn't really like that. I thought it was okay. And then finally on packaging, I think the packaging was much better than the original packaging. Again, I'm kind of in the minority there, but I don't know. I thought it was clever. Some people thought it was fine. So that's Dr. Wells there. What I'll look at here is NUMU by Pupila. Uh, Pup I'm probably not saying that right. But let's see what NUMU is. So this was done another consumer product. So they are 2018. They're a craft brewery based in Liberia, Costa Rica, what is known as the Chorotega region, named after one of the most powerful American Indian tribes that resided in the northwest of the country. NUMU means sun in the Chorotega language. Was founded by a former Chicago, Illinois resident who moved to Costa Rica with his family and dog to establish the brewery along with a local head brewer and marketing and sales partner and avid homebrewer. They produce 3 flagship beers available in cans and on draft, and they create other traditional styles, experimental, seasonal, and collaborative beers offered in the 2 tap room locations in Liberia. The identity and packaging for NUMU was designed by San Jose, Costa Rica-based Pupila. I'm not saying that right. Pupila? Maybe it's Pupila, something like that. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So here's another, a little bit of, the studio provided some text. So they said they went back to the roots. They studied the Chorotega indigenous culture that inhabited the region where the beer gets generated. I'm just guessing that's how that's pronounced. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not saying this right. A warm island on the north of Costa Rica, full of history, beautiful beaches, and now delicious beer. The result is a contemporary representation of their artwork, characterized by symmetrical shapes, patterns, and earthy tones. So that's a really good way of kind of summarizing the research that they did into the of the Chorotega culture, and how they took that and brought it into this brand logo. This is their really simple. It's they literally just took this shape here, and they've just kind of used that shape to make the logo, and I really like the boldness of it. The spacing is really nice. um, there's not really one area that my eye goes to. It kind of all fits in well together, and I actually really like this, these little lines here to kind of fill in this, I would say, I guess, black space, negative space. It fit that in really nice to kind of, so you don't have these floating areas of nothing. And the U's fit nice there. So we're gonna keep going down. Oh, and this is really nice. Um, so we have the name and the brewing company, and then there's kind of like this pattern going around it, and that's a really nice stamp, or badge, as it says here, badge-like logo. Um, we have some motion here. That's nice. That's a really nice, clean animation. Um, does it have like a closing? Yep. So it closes out and it opens up. I like how the type opens up. These little lines kind of make the U, and um, these, how these kind of rotate in and rotate out. It's very clean and elegant, and yeah, it's great. It looks like they used a custom typeface, and this is phenomenal. Um, they look like hieroglyphics in a way, like the X looks like a hieroglyphic, but I like how some of the letters have the line underneath, like the Y and the N and the O, um, and even like the M for the lowercase. So some of the lowercase letters have the undercase, and only the N actually has the line on the top. Actually, is that M, N? I guess maybe there's a variation on that N. Um, Either way, it's really nice. Yeah, I wish there was maybe is there a name for it. This is just some type specimens showing how the type is used, how the type can be used. So these are beer styles in the typeface. So this is the pale ale, a metric typeface, but it's not. There are some very different characteristics. Like this K has like this little part popping out here, and the G doesn't really come up all the way and in. The B has like this little square on it. It's very different packaging, and it looks like the whole brand is just all type, which is what I love. I love seeing when brands can use typography in an interesting way to make it. And I really love the color palette here. This dark green and this yellow, and they have like this orange on this white with the blue kind of having like the logo pop out, which is actually a really nice touch. If they kept this orange, it would all kind of fade in together, and you really wouldn't be able it all blend. So having this blue really helps it pop out. And then again at the bottom here we have the green and the orange now, with like this yellowish logo type in the middle, and again having that pop out is really nice. And so I really like these mock-ups. And here's the side. This is like a typical craft beer that I've been seeing now. This is kind of like a trend of, we have like these squares of information. It's all very grid based. You have the type going in different directions, but really like this badge kind of covering some of the type. It feels like it's been like a sticker put on it, and that's a really nice touch. And then they have some type going across the top as well. So that's really nice. Really nice mock-ups too, showing the product. So this is Trorotega, an IPA. This one is Liberina. Um, I'm not really all that into beer. I don't really drink, so I don't quite know a lot about beer, but I do like to look at beer packaging. So this is Sabarino, and so yeah, I really like the red. This red background, but it's the orange, and so it's really, yeah, as I said, the cans are simply fantastic. And I totally agree. These cans are phenomenal. Like these mock-ups, it's just, what you can do with typography. It's great. So when I was just with using typography, just really honing in on your type skills, and you don't have to use a custom typeface, although if you're getting paid a lot of money, it might be a good idea to think about getting a custom typeface for a brand. And I think for this one, it would call for that because it is so specific. It is, it is a region. It comes from a specific region of the world, and it's based on a specific culture, and it has cultural background. So the typeface um, works really well here. So I'm gonna, as you can see, this is the final review of the from under consideration, but I'm gonna give it a review. I think the badge is phenomenal. I'm gonna give it a nice grade, and let's see what people said. Yeah, so it's pretty close between a fine and a great, but really only 18 people said it was bad. Um, I don't know why they would think it was bad. I think it's a very balanced badge. There's really nothing that's standing out to me that I would say to change. And the custom type, again, I think it's really nice. A little bit more people thought, not only 34 more people said it was fine. Again, I think the custom type works really great. Specifically, I'm thinking about the type. The type itself is really nice, but I think what makes it great is it works for this product. It was made, makes it a whole, makes a difference. If they just chose some, some blocky typeface that was already made, and it might work, but I feel like having it be unique to this specific brand and this specific company, I think it works in their favor, and I think they nailed it. They hit it out of the park. And then on packaging, again, I'm gonna hit great there. And like I was saying before, the colors are amazing. They chose the right colors. Nothing that pops out too strong, but it does catch your eye. I think the strongest color, definitely like this yellow and this orange, but it's not like overpowering. I could look at this forever and be like, wow, that's really nice. Like I want to get a can and put it on my desk, and and just look at it and analyze it more, because it is so nice. Alrighty, so with that, I'm going to end this video here. I want to get your opinion, what you think on these brands today. Let me know if you want me to do any more of these videos. This seems like a pretty fun thing to do, like just look at other work and get some ideas and really analyze it. Do you like these? Which one did you like more, Dr. Wills, or did you like NUMU here? I think I'm going towards NUMU. I think NUMU has um, it's really different. It really does look very sophisticated and clean. Dr. Wills was really nice, but there were some marketing materials that could have been a little bit different and kind of cliche, kind of what we've seen before. But again, another really good brand in Dr. Wills. So let me know what you think. Subscribe and check out the rest of my videos. Alrighty, have a good one.